Yeah, folks, Marvel Snap's new card is Major Victory, and he is indeed a card. This one adds 2 members of the Guardians crew to your hand, which basically means kind of like the OG versions of the Guardians of the Galaxy crew, I guess, specifically the ones from MCU. I know the Guardians of the Galaxy can certainly extend beyond those characters, which means, just kind of a pile of value, but one that's definitely very unpredictable and unreliable, both from like a quality standpoint, despite, various buffs of these cards throughout the years, but also from a curve standpoint. Like sometimes you get really cheap cards, sometimes you get really expensive cards, which I think does make it really hard for Major Victory to turn into a reliable game plan. I think the best place to play him is probably in a deck that looks something like this, where basically you have other reasons that adding cards to your hand is valuable. So things like Mad Thinker, where this can scale if your hand is full, or Collector that scales as your hand gets bigger. Devil Dino, of course, classic example here. And even Kahori in the mix gets a little better as your hand gets bigger. So even when you're not playing the Guardians, this can still be fuel basically for the rest of your deck. That said, playing this deck, I think it's just much worse at adding that fuel than other cards you'd put in this deck, like Hawkeye. Even Infinity Ultron, I think, feels better because sometimes, the flexibility of these, they're reliable and consistent and cheap, and you know what you get out of them. Of course, Merlin's in the mix. Frigga's great for the Victoria hand copy. So it's like, basically, this deck feels fine, but I think Major Victory feels like the worst card in the deck. And there were a number of times where it's like, well, I just rather play one of these other things or combinations of other cards because I know what I'm getting. I like the results a lot better than I like the random Guardians cards in this case. Like, I'd rather just have the Hawkeye arrows. Maybe sometimes if Quinjet has lined up perfectly and there's some location help with like other discounts, that's where the Guardians start to feel better, but it's still hard to get all of that in place. And so often at that 3 cost overhead for Major Victory, it's just hard to weave him in as well. So at the end of the day, I just really don't see a home for this card anywhere, because this is like the best way to play him, and he doesn't really even seem to fit in here all that well. Maybe there's some Arishem considerations to make, like how we used to have Phil Coulson in Arishem decks, but Arishem decks now kind of skip your 3 cost turn, because on turn 3, that's when you unlock your extra energy and you go to 4. So it's like, even then it feels kind of weird to play Major Victory. If he was like a 2 cost card that did the same thing, I think you could cook with this one. I think he'd make more sense in this deck, make more sense in Arishem. As it stands right now, though, he just really falls in a gap here where he's not big enough, he's a little too expensive, and his results are far too unreliable for him to actually make a lot of sense. So that said, I did go 7-7 with this deck, which is not good by any means, but it's also not a disaster. Like, you could play this and do fine, I think. Just don't expect Major Victory to be the big payoff. I mean, maybe people experiment around this with some cheaper lists, like cutting Devil Dino, Infinity Ultron, Kahori, and like trying to use the Guardians as your high cost payoffs. But again, you don't always get the high cost payoff, so you could blow your curve. Also, they're just not that good at cards. At the end of the day, they're like fine, but sometimes they whiff and miss and they're weak. So yeah, in essence, this is a card. If you want to get him, he's, I think, fairly achievable right now in Grand Arena. Maybe some buffs later, maybe some other cards could unlock him. For now, unlock his potential. I mean, for now, I just don't really see it for this one. Feels fun-ish, but just not very powerful, as I think you're about to see. All right, Stark Industries is great. Yeah, this is a very good hand at filling the hand. Where is Mad Thinker, dude? Oh my god, bro. Do you rip these 2 already? Why not, man? I'm gonna spread out a little bit on Stark Industries here. Why not, man? Let's do it. Let's just get all the cards already. Discounts are weird because it's like, obviously that's nice to play our stuff, but at the same time, it makes it easy to empty the hand out, which is bad for Devil Dino and everything. And we missed like Thinker and Collector, although Thinker does get a lot worse now, I would argue. Victoria hand is cool. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe we go basic arrow, Major Victory here. We don't need the Luna yet for sure. Maybe Major Victory here, Victoria here. Is it weird to show the Victoria already? I don't think it's too weird, right? My goal would be to maybe hit like a Gamora for next turn left, so that I can really commit there with big time points. Drax is probably big enough for me to feel good about that, right? Like, he's already buffed by Victoria. You want to commit a lot, of course, because of oh, actually, yeah, even Kahori lets me get back into there later. So let's see, we're adding a Merlin card to hands. We play one more guy. Let's maybe slam this Groot. We could also Omniversal if we wanted, but that does make Kahori worse. How much do we save for the Kahori versus actually, I don't even care about Dream Dimension though, is the thing, right? Yeah, let's just do this. That's still a good enough Kahori for me, I think. I'm fully in on left, like we're locked in, but I'm hoping basically that it's big enough that it doesn't matter, right? That's my hope. Although Hydra Stomper scary, but you know, Stark Industries we should net. So I'm hopefully we just have a big enough lead. Like it's 11 currently. Let's see how big we went out on the Stark Industries hits. I'm only up by 10. Why have I never in my life won a Stark Industries? They got 4. What the heck? I guess it was really 10. It stayed exact. I got 4 and they got 4. Dude, it's crazy. I hate it every time. I get so mad every single time. Mad Thinker doesn't tick up next turn, does he? Oh, no, he does. It's after drawing. So we'll have Merlin and... Yeah, so he's worth playing for sure, yeah. Let's put him down last, though. And then I don't really have space for all this polymorphs is the problem, though. Like, I need to play actual bodies, you know? Like, theoretically, these polymorphs are much better to play now. That said, Merlin's in a weird spot. If you did this, you could do it, I guess. But now you're, like, turning off your Mad Thinker and making your Kahori worse. And even this is still a 50-50. I think it's better to just Kahori now. Mad Thinker, I guess, is worth it. You know, that way you draw a card and you still net +2. So hopefully this helps left enough again. But, you know, Hydra Stomper, like we said, very terrifying. I just cannot believe we never netted it. I've never won a Stark Industries, like functionally won it. You know what I mean? Never. I literally think that might be true. I don't know if I've ever actually got an advantage there. Stomper getting big, Craven getting big. My problem is just like density of power here, right? I'm just wasting all this. Yeah, like this is a miserable hand, right? There's no way. Maybe Omniversal somehow helps you here. I mean, the opponent does have to cover a lot of bases. I mean, I think Omniversal's worse than Pym, obviously, from a power output standpoint. But I'm wondering, do I like need the disruption somehow, you know? Do I need... I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's like the biggest lead spot, honestly. I wonder if actually Pym Arrow is, I guess, the same as Luna, though, right? They're both 6. And the Luna disruption could matter a little bit. Where do I want the Silk to end up, by the way? That actually matters a little bit. I have priority, so they're going to play more cards mid. I should move it away from mid, right? I should play Luna last. I don't know if this makes any difference. No, that would move it into mid. No, I want to do this. This actually doesn't make any difference. There's no way to know if this actually matters at all. I'm doing silly stuff right now. It really might make absolutely 0 difference. Actually, no, this is actually backwards, bro. No, I did it wrong because I'm giving him 2 hits. I'm hitting it myself twice, you idiot. Oh my God, I'm dumb. I actually made my life worse. Okay, that's actually fine though. Totally fine. Okay, I did make my life worse and I'm an idiot and I did it backwards, but we're just big enough that it doesn't matter yet. Okay, cool. So like, yeah, I will say like the Drax didn't hold. We got annoyed by Stark Industries because we didn't net an advantage there, but it did still force their hand enough that like they gave up so much there that we just won the other spots easily, right? Major victory kind of didn't suck here. We got, you know, a Groot and a Drax. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Okay, Mad Thinker, sure, man. Do we go Frigga Mad Thinker? It's like not usually my expected big time payoff, but I don't think it's crazy. Oh, Frigga Valhalla is kind of a neat idea. Quinjet is technically useful. We don't need to play it just yet because Mad Thinker is going to be free anyway, right? Infinity Ultron and Kahori are also pretty insane mid, actually. Bruce Banner and Sunspot with Elysium School. Lots of extra energy floating around, eh? Plus energy this turn, so now we can go Infinity Ultron mid. fill the hand already, or start anyway. That gets us to 5, so we won't be going for Mad Thinkers yet. I could maybe just keep one of these Mad Thinkers in hand then, so that this one gets buffed, and then basically play the next one next turn. We won't have Kahori and Major Victory next turn though, will we? No, we need 5, so we'll have to make a decision between Victory and Kahori. Frigga at this stage will currently hit an Infinity Ultron, but that's not going to be the case because... Oh, bro, the Cosmo! No! Okay, at least the Infinity Ultron got out ahead of it. That's important. That's nice. Is this worth doing right now or just wait for later? Because you got like Major Victory. What is this one doing? Pulling a card from hand? Yeah. So this puts me at 5 and then down to 4, which will not tick up the Mad Thinkers, right? So if I just do this, that puts me at 7 though. So maybe I play like a Quinjet, then I go to 6, draw into 7 for the Mad Thinkers. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I think it's definitely Quinjet, right? That makes these Guardians much nicer. Okay. Yeah, Rocket's free, but I'm just running out of places to play stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to weave that in. Man, Valhalla being turned off really hurts, by the way. Like, it really hurts. It sucks. It really sucks. God, where does this Drax even want to go? I don't know, man. I think we're in a tight spot here. This doesn't even keep the hand full for the Thinkers, so it's like maybe we just Kahori and Drax next turn, draw to 7 for the Thinkers. I just don't really see us getting there, man. These decks, they just have so much output with Star-Lord, you know? It's so hard for like honest decks, like low to the ground honesty decks to do anything. Oh, they even hit the extra energy here. And it's like the Absorb Man is bigger than the Hulk. The Bunny just has 8 million energy. Mad Thinkers are just buffing their Fin Fang Fooms right now, so that's great. There's just no chance. I mean, just literally no chance that we are able to win this game. I don't see a single opportunity to win here, right? This doesn't win right, it doesn't win mid, and it doesn't win left. Like, what's your win condition? Hey, wait a minute, hold up, we're really close. Wait, I think we're gonna be 1 point. No, wait, hold up, no, Victoria, but we don't win mid. No, wait, no, Cyclops. I think it didn't matter for tiebreakers anyway. Oh my god. Like if Magic had gone right, dude. Oh my god. I guess Magic right still wouldn't have won Cyclops. God, it's crazy how close we were, man. This has been a better Guardian. Would it have helped? No, not really. This buff really did almost make a difference. Well, it did make a difference, I guess. Well, not quite. It almost did. Oh, god dang it, dude. It's hard to beat those decks. We were close, though. We were so close. All right, fist bumps indeed. I like Victoria, Frigga, Major Victory, Quinjet. That is a great line, actually. I don't have a lot of space for all that, which kind of sucks, but we'll figure it out. Hawkeye not as good with Quinjet, but still very good with Victoria sometimes. Danger Room, we'll just throw stuff like the on reveals in there, and if they get deleted, like, so be it, right? It's okay. Victoria, Gorgon. What in... I mean, are you serious? This deck needs every ounce of help it can get. It does not need Gorgons, dude. Unbelievable. I actually cannot believe the opponent has a freaking Gorgon right now, dude. I'm honestly stunned. I'm angry. I'm just angry about it. Like the Quinjet is counteracting it, so it feels kind of less bad, but like imagine how good it would feel otherwise. Super giant. Great. I mean, I guess that's kind of cool for Kahori, actually. Also lets you play stuff in Jotunheim for fun. But if I don't, well, yeah, I can't actually get a major victory play now. I can't get a good Ultron play now, so yeah, I'm kind of stuck on the Kahori here. Dude, I wish Quinjet worked on these, by the way. Like the ordering, I wonder if it's because of the play order. Like if this had been played first, would he push them up to 2 and then Quinjet would push them back to 1? You know what I mean? Like, because it does show like the ordering of Quinjet into Gorgon. I wonder if that's absolutely what it is. All right, Devil Dino. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy. That's gonna be, well, they don't have any energy cheese. It's not an Goliath. I don't know. Good luck, Devil Dino, buddy. I know it's gonna get destroyed. I know how this goes. Oh my god, it lived. They have a Ronin left. Okay, I can live with Ronin left, actually. I can live with Ronin left. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I can live with Ronin left. That's fine. They made my Devil Dino bigger. The natural counter. Let's go. Yes. Master Mold Devil Dino Ronin battles, man. I love it. This is so sick. It didn't really matter. I mean, I got an extra 4, which is cool. It made the Kahori bigger too. It's actually got even more than 4 extra, I guess. But that's sick, dude. Your 19 power has nothing on my 20 power. Although this was really only 18. Ronin is actually bigger, right? What a dude. I was so tilted, and we're back. I'm sad we didn't get to play Major Victory though. This would have been a cool Major Victory game with the Quinjet down. Good funny win though. We'll take it. All right, Castle Blackstone. That's pretty good for us, I guess. Like, I don't know, Merlin, can you hold it down? Yeah, we want to win it. Can we win it? It's good. It's a good result, but is it a good possibility? That's the question. Hey, it's a good possibility. Yeah, let's go. Luna does help the Sunspot. Can we just play a Kahori already? It's a little early. It's pretty good though. As far as winning Blackstone's concerned, maybe you just go Collector Hawkeye instead. Does Collector hold at +4 here? Maybe, yeah. They could play like a Cyclops early, but they don't want to yet necessarily, and we'd still be at 6-6. Opponent has decided to snap. I mean, I can't blame them. I think they have a great deck, and we probably don't have a great deck, so I don't know if they know that yet, but they're feeling confident either way. Hey, Acid Arrow's good news. Luna Snow does flip in their favor, but I do at least get the benefit all the same. So Kahori does get a bit worse, arguably. Acid Arrow, does it whiff here? No, they probably don't like this because I turn off their cube, right? Yeah, I think that's probably right. Kahori here seems fine, other than the fact that it does hit an ice cube sometimes, which might go away. But we'll have to just deal with that. I don't know. Once in Future is kind of tough. Like, I don't really have great ways to spin that energy necessarily. Or if I do, at least they don't exist right now because my hand's not full of enough stuff. So, we'll see, I guess. Don't hit cube. Only 1 on cube. I can live with that. Star-Lord I can't necessarily live with quite so easily. That's going to be a tough one. This feels like maybe Fin Fang Foom right? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out here. What if I just delete the Foom? Or it might be Arnim Zola too. What if I give them a cube here? But see, here's the problem. I have literally nothing to do with all this extra energy. There's nothing to do. That's what I'm saying, is like it doesn't do me any good. I think you just have to polymorph that and hope for the best, right? Again, Once in Future there doesn't really do anything. So I'm saying, like, I don't know, maybe we give them an ice cube that gets Arnim Zola or something, right? I don't know. Like, let's make it a 50-50 since we do have priority. Arnim Zola, the ice cube, my dude. Please. Don't play a Foom yet. Oh, they played the Foom. Okay, well, that's going to make life worse. Now I don't know how to win. Thought we maybe had a chance. I was thinking maybe a Cosmo, but even that doesn't seem like it'd be remotely big enough, right? Wolfsbane's like kind of big, I guess. It seems like it counted the skill, didn't it? Yeah. So like we've lost right, but can we now win left and mid? I don't think so, right? We don't even have any good cards. I basically have no cards. Maybe an Omniversal Presence Flyer. I'm the opponent. Where am I playing here? I'm thinking I play... That's the thing. Like, both spots are just totally fantastic spots to play. I need, like, you know, I'm saying, like, maybe I can cover here on points because Collector gets big and we're adding 4. And then here, I don't know, maybe I get, like, Death's Domain or something, right? There's just no chance that we win the game, though. Like, having priority does give you Omniversal outs, though. So I'm saying, like, hey, I'm adding 8 points left. Maybe that covers on points, although I doubt it because 14 doesn't even really beat it. Like, a base Hulk basically beats that, I think, with Sunspot. So, like, it doesn't actually seem possible, but maybe they don't have something somehow. And then maybe mid, if they go mid, maybe we just win off Death's Domain. That's my call. Or maybe the thing that, like, turns it into 2 power or something, right? I don't know. Even that would, like, barely win. Because I guess I'm getting a few off basic arrow, but ultimately don't have that many points. The opponent's sticking it out, so they're, like, thinking, like, what is this guy up to, man? If they did go for 2 medium-sized cards mid... What? What do they have? Their hand must suck, dude. 4 cards in hand. What are they thinking that I'm thinking here is what's crazy. Like, what do they think I'm cooking with? Bro, I'm stunned. I have the worst hand in history. Sometimes I would think it's a bot retreating, but definitely not with this setup. What on earth is that win, dude? I can't believe it. Major victory with a 2-point boost is all we needed. Merlin is great. We could also just go ahead and go Victoria Frigga. Boy, this really blows our curve, doesn't it? As much as I love playing into Collapse Mine and, like, not turning it off because it's always so funny, I just don't think we can afford to do that here. Maybe we just catch up a little bit now with Luna Snow. Oh god, dude. If we hit rocks this time, I don't think I skip again, right? Maybe we just trust the Luna. I don't know. Maybe we have to focus elsewhere. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's gonna be tough. But if the opponent skips turn 4, like, forget it, right? They're so cooked. How could they win? They are not gonna have to worry about rocks too much, but still, like... Oh, God. That does delete our cubes, too, which sucks. I just cannot skip a turn. I can just play there later. Like, the cube leaves me space, right? So, I think it's okay. This is not actually that good right now. Unless I hit, say, a Hawkeye, Ultron, or Major Victory, which I guess is a 3 out of 5. So I have kind of a 60% chance here to hit a good payoff. I mean, the Victoria hand itself is at least buffed. That's something, but it's not the dream just yet. Spider Ham hits what? Nah. Didn't that animate? Dude, also that is a cute variant. I've never seen that. Hey, Major Victory lands. Nice. Yep, okay. I thought I thought it looked like it animated, but nothing in my hand appears to be a pig. Wait, is Merlin? Oh, Merlin's a pig. Okay, good to know. It just this is like so buggy, man. Like, that's a pretty important bug. Did it even like animate to show me that he got transformed? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, maybe it did and I just didn't notice it. That certainly happens a lot. But, Mantis, I mean, a 1/7 Mantis is still pretty great, right? I can kind of live with that. Does that mean you go Devil Dino Mantis or do you go Mantis Groot Hawkeye, maybe? I mean, if the Groot hits, of course, I mean, there's no way they're adding any additional power here, right? I mean, I guess technically Merlin could get a notably quite a bit larger. Corey also, like, decently big, but not going to be bigger than, like, Groot stuff. I'm weirdly thinking about playing Groot here just to get ahead of, well, I don't know. There's also potentially, wait, what does this mean created by Collapsed Mine? Oh, it was a rock that got polymorphed. Yeah, okay. I guess I have to worry a little bit about, like, Shulao. So I don't know. Maybe we just give that up, actually. Maybe we just try to beat Shulao like this. 19 seems like it would hold, and then does that beat Shulao? Maybe, yeah. I don't know, maybe. What goes mid here? Shoot, is that Kitty Pride? That's not that big, but it might just depend on Scarlet Spider here, huh? Particularly because the Scarlet Spider gets buffed to left, like the clone. Not that big, is it? Oh, it's pretty big. I didn't think it was that big. Well, I guess it was either way then, right? Dang, dude. Close. Close left. 7 points, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is one where it's like, maybe you have to just call your shot a little bit and like just overcommit to one spot and hope you win the 50-50, you know? Like if Mantis is left, I guess we still technically lose, but you know, maybe there was some like, you know, just Devil Dinosaur Mantis, call your shot, say, hey, I'm gonna lose one of these no matter what. Let's just play for the 50-50 if you're gonna stick it out. Falcon main in Melee, that's funny. I don't know enough about Melee to know if that's a meme beyond itself, but I just like it. Doing some punching around here. Ooh, Nebula. We can start checking that. That's fine. Morag is actually pretty easy for us to work around, I think. Yeah. Next turn would be good to get maybe Luna or maybe Major Victory. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Falcon Main's also a Regis enjoyer. I like it. Also a Mirage player. Mirage could definitely go in this deck. It's probably just better than Major Victory, to be honest, if we're being honest about ourselves here. So yeah, this puts us at 6, perfect for Mad Thinker. Collector buff as well. We can just check that Nebula again. Now that Collector's here, we don't have to worry about playing small stuff here too much. Like, you don't want to go overboard, obviously, but a green arrow would be really good here too for the Nebula. Probably. I doubt they would load up fully there. So what did they get from us, by the way? Did they get a Victoria or did we have Hawkeye in hand already yet? I don't think we had the Hawkeye in hand yet, so I think they got a Victoria, right? Seems good for a Mirage deck. Here is that Acid Arrow we're looking for. Perfect. And we can go Major Victory here. We don't actually really have to yet. I mean, obviously we'll take up Mad Thinker, but I'll miss a draw. Am I okay with missing a draw? Also does make Infinity Ultron technically like a little worse. Oh, see, that's the problem, is like sometimes you have too many of these cards. This would send like an Infinity Ultron next turn mid, which is actually pretty good. Leave the hand space. It does turn off Mad Thinker this turn, but like whatever. Yeah, I guess this is fine because now you can check Nebula left and still get Infinity Ultron mid to spread your power. Like this is clearly the better turn. It sucks that like Major Victory keeps proving why he's so bad to me, but it's happening, right? It's still happening. This is also going to mean left is kind of just free to win now. Like we've locked it in. So this is perfect. Yeah, this is so perfect. And we get to dodge the Cosmo. The grapple arrow is actually so insane here. It's crazy. It's actually crazy how good it is. This also is going to tick up Mad Thinker as well. So right will actually be in contention potentially, although we may just want to play the Ultron cards elsewhere. It may be kind of free elsewhere, right? Ronin for the opponent. Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, right doesn't seem worth contesting. We know left is 100% safe. So I think you just do like Major Victory Reality Stone here, right? This summons you an 8-power Ultron drone mid. This buffs Collector again. It does buff the Ronin, but I don't think we really care. We checked Nebula. We know we're fine there. I mean, I can't imagine them beating this many points mid. Might not be impossible. Like Devil Dino, it's harder to get mid, right? So I think this is the safe way to get lots of points, isn't it? They got something planned mid. They're sticking it out here. Get me a little nervous. We're gonna copy now. What could that be? The Kahori buff left. Oh, thank God we're fine. This was actually a really, really, really interestingly executed game for us, right? Like really interesting lines with grappler and stuff. It's just, you know, Major Victory, you know, not irrelevant, right? It buffed Collector twice, right? So it was kind of a 3-6. Not irrelevant, just not really necessary either. And certainly we found like we had better lines. I think that's the problem with this kind of card, is like cheaper things that solve the same problems are probably just better usually, right? Because the Guardians payoffs are inconsistently expensive. Like, you know, it's kind of just a worse Hawkeye if you think about it. You know, maybe if it always hit Mantis and Rockets or something, you'd like it better, but it doesn't. So I don't know. I'm just not sold on it really. Hello, fist bump the opponent. Sorry, I was distracted, opponent. Man, I'm missing all my early game. This deck is not an expensive deck. We got like the biggest cards. That said, saved by Superflow. Let's go. Okay. They're mad about Superflow. I wonder why. Tomb of Dracula. I wonder if they're like a Moondragon deck. This looks like Doom 2099 and then Moondragon. What do you want to bet? I bet they're a Moondragon deck. Oh, no, Sam. Oh, maybe that's why they didn't want to put the shield in Superflow, perhaps. They put the Nebula there anyway, though. That's pretty sick. I mean, I honestly don't really need the Superflow. I could start playing into the Nebula already. Devil Dino is really good over there. Yeah, let's just go Ultron Superflow, dude. Let's go ahead and just, like, you know, let's check the Nebula. I like it. It's funny. It's unexpected. I mean, like, yes, of course, technically it would still benefit me, but I don't really need it, so can we get away with it, right? Ah, I was right. Yeah. I mean, the Doom 2099, he doesn't really care about Superflow, but Moondragon would have if they have that. Maybe they do, or they just we haven't seen it yet. Okay, these are cool. Devil Dino is actually pretty sweet too, and Onslaught Citadel, of course, just a ton of points here. I don't mind showing it early. I'm not expecting them to have, like, you know, Shang-Chi or Enchantress or anything. It'd be really weird to have in a Doom 2099 deck. Oh, okay. That's yeah, we can just throw a tiny guy in there. That's really not a big problem. Oh my god, Frigga, we don't really need. You know, you could do like this guy, for instance. That's totally fine. Infinity Reality Stone there, and then maybe you just go for like a Hawkeye here as well. So you're at 12, 15, they're at 17. I'll need one more card mid, but nothing crazy. I don't think Mad Thinker's worth getting in, right? I think we're looking more at like Victoria Kahori type plays. I think this will hold. Yeah, I don't see how the opponent beats this, right? Playing one card per turn, maybe a Spectrum or a oh, Cosmo actually does make left suck, but we can just win mid now and right. Like, we have to imagine right holds. We'll get maybe, I was gonna say, maybe we get the blue arrow. They shouldn't really be able to add what? Maybe if it's like Spectrum or Aurora, it's totally different, of course, but even Aurora only adds 4. Spectrum would only add 2, so I don't really expect either of those to be big problems, right? So Kahori, I mean, Victoria is honestly kind of pointless. It's really more about like hand size, right? You gotta trust the Devil Dino to hold. I got so many cards in hand. I'm buffing there as well. I mean, in theory, you don't actually need the Frigga mid, but I'm just worried about weird buffs or something, because I think Devil Dino is just immune. I think he's basically 100% always fine. So just, yeah, it doesn't appear to be that way. Drax is going to go off and move right, I guess, but not a big problem for us. Like we said, all good, all good. Okay, yeah. I mean, mid is... Wait a minute, bro, what? Mid, dude, no way. Oh my god, I win the tiebreaker. Mid got bigger than I thought still. Just from the one Doombot giving... Wait. I thought we were going to be a lot safer, but I guess not a single Kahori buff went mid. That was the problem. Man. Forgot the fist bump, by the way. Man, that was closer than I thought. Didn't they only get +2 here? Oh no, because of Onslaught Citadel they got +4. Oh my god, yes. Okay, no, of course the Doombot's forced there. Oh my god, that actually got scary. Yeah, no, that was, I didn't like that at all. That's not, where's Major Victory, by the way? I need my new card. Okay, so they're getting the Devil Dino. Probably not super useful for them, but copied cards, of course, are great for us. Okay, clearly a Star-Lord deck. That is not great for us. That, unfortunately, is a bit of a problem. Quinjet first to draw more cards, I guess. Yeah, you could go Frigga Quinjet. It would be pretty cool if you had a Major Victory, actually. You know, stuff like Hawkeye doesn't benefit at all anyway. Frigga Delay is probably not worth it. Luna's okay here, I guess. We still get only a 4-drop next turn, but Kahori actually looks kind of okay. You don't love hitting the cube is the only thing, but we can work around it, I'm sure. You go Collector first? Maybe, actually, yeah. Collector Hawkeye, yeah. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Devil Dino is a possibility. You've got Absorbing Man Hawkeye as well now is a possibility. I don't even really hate that. Wong we can't disrupt. I would need a green arrow potentially. Hey, Infinity Ultron. Is that worth the push here? A lot of the Ultron cards summon stuff, so I'm thinking about leaving 2 and 2 spots, right? That's my logic here on the positioning. You might think Pim Arrow makes more sense, right? I agree under normal circumstances. I don't think any of this matters, though, because they're about to do Wong into Star-Lord stuff. We're going to lose. So it's all just for fun. Oh, God! No! It's even worse than we thought. There's my Devil Dino gone. Okay, I mean, for the things that they're hitting, those aren't so bad. Can we get Quinjet and Hawkeye next? Not Infinity Ultron and Collector. Quinjet and Hawkeye? Okay. Oh, no, Ultron's dead. He's dead. It's a shame they didn't grab priority here. I mean, I'm assuming they play Odin, and I'm assuming they have something in hand that allows them to infinitely loop here. So the goal for me would be to just play as many cards as possible, right? And just hope to hold these spots, but I don't know, like, if one card holds a spot down, we might actually be okay. Or do they have 6 loops? I think they have 6 loops. So actually, I think we always lose a tiebreaker here, right? How many? They get 2 and 2. So they have 8. Yeah, I think we always lose here. We had to basically drop priority to. If Ultron had survived, the Space Stones would have allowed us to make a really cool play. Oh, that's actually not as bad. Wait a minute. Hold it up. Hold it up. If it hits Wong here, we might be okay. Oh, yeah, they already had the APOC. I think we saw it. Yeah. Scorn does not help us, though, unfortunately. If they hit the Wong, we might be fine. Hit Wong. Hit Wong. No! We might still be fine. Hit Quinjet and Grapple Arrow. Actually, I don't know about that. Hit Infinity Space Stone and Quinjet. Hit the Quinjet, for God's sake. Don't you buff left. Oh my God, this game, dude. So many ways this goes well for us. So many ways this goes well for us. Hey, Mad Thinker, Collector, Major Victory, Infinity Ultron. This is a fun curve. I hope to God this isn't a robot. It always seems to be when I least want it to be. You guys have heard this tale 100 times. I know. Buffed Nightcrawler, though, pretty cool. It's crazy now. 1-3 is starting to feel like the baseline for 1-drops almost, right? Like a 1-3 with upside, you know? It's pretty wild stuff. Castle Blackstone, we can dig with that, yeah. I do kind of want to still play in Kiln, though, so I wonder if the opponent will contest Blackstone. They do. Wow. Brutal. Okay. Rocket and Gamora. Rocket pretty good to go mid, actually. Do we like Kahori better for now, though? Probably so, yeah. Just to really cement mid here. I do think this is probably a robot still, by the way. This deck choice just seems very suspicious right now. So, Blade in here makes no sense whatsoever. I feel like this is so random looking. So Ultron would be the better play here for multi-lane contention. You could actually still just Devil Dino anyway, right? But I think Victoria Ultron looks pretty spicy. Mid seems very secure. Collapsed Mine. Wow. I guess we're hammering right then in that case. Which probably just means this, I think. Yeah. That should be fine. We don't need to contest left. It's no problem. And this is definitely looking good stuff. Pretty cool, straightforward, honest little deck for a bot, I guess, but still a bot. Should be. Not the strongest. Not the strongest finish there. We held out, guys. What do you know? Again, a cool major victory game. Although, you know, we just, again, didn't really play the Guardians. It's sad. That's how it always happens, I think.